What's up, people? Welcome back to the podcast. I am Rhys the King, as always, and we are here today to listen to another gorgeous podcast. Guys, I have not done this for a little while now because I've been crazy busy, but I'm totally not abandoning this, so don't worry, it's not going away or anything. I just, like I said in like the first couple of episodes, I'm trying to find my feet with this, and I've just been bolt down with doing shitloads of stuff, work related and also YouTube related, so mix of two things being busy, and it just gets a little hard to squeeze the extra stuff in. So honestly, I apologise for it being a little bit longer than normal. But other than that, we're going to try and stick to the 2-weekly fortnightly podcast where we talk about whatever and whatever. So, guys, don't forget, I'm going to hit you with it right from the top. But don't forget that I do want you guys to help me out with some stuff. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I want this to be a community-based thing. So, guys, if you can get your questions in or subject matters that you want me to cover on the podcast, hit me up with those via the email. It's thepodcast1@gmail.com. Hit me up there, and you can also do like a voice message. Just hit me up like a voice memo on your phone, asking a question, send it through to the email. And then boom, shakalaka, I'll listen to them. We'll play them back in the podcast, and it'll be fucking awesome. So, make sure you do that, and I can give you a little shout out and answer your questions. And like saying, man, I want this to be a nice big community-based podcast where we're hitting up all the subject matter that you guys care about and just getting interesting, you know? I'm pretty open to talking about pretty much anything. So, let's keep it lively, man. We've had quite a diverse range of things that we've spoken about already in just the few podcasts that we've already done. So yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. And also, just one last thing, I just want to say thank you to everyone, because everyone between SoundCloud, YouTube and iTunes have been fucking awesome, and we've had a lot of interest in the podcast. So I just want to say thank you for joining. If it's your first time listening, welcome. And let's get into this. Today we're going to be talking about Article 13. So for those of you who don't know what Article 13 is, or what I'm going to be talking about right now, I'll bring you up to scratch. It was something that was approved in September, or approved to start with in September, and Article 13 pretty much is trying to protect copyright, but for everyone. So it sounds like a good idea on the surface, like the idea of that being able to protect your stuff and so on and so forth, you know, maybe doesn't sound like a bad thing. But when you start to dig deeper into it, it's a little bit strange, and what a lot of people are worrying about, including like YouTube, we'll go into that side of things in a little bit. But yeah, the scare around it is that it could literally make it nigh on impossible to create YouTube videos and potentially even have them at all. The YouTube might be pretty much getting shot in the foot for everyone in Europe. So it's it's a scary time, man. For a content creator, it's a scary time. But the idea behind it is that it protects content for anyone that pretty much, if you use any content in your videos that isn't literally 100% yours, so if it's not just your audio essentially, I guess, and maybe some copyright free music, I don't know, then you're pretty much in for it. So I'm not sure whether this, because I'm a little unsure on this, I don't think anyone really understands it fully, but like I don't know where I stand with gaming videos, say for instance. Could I now technically not be able to do that? I mean, I've already been hit by copyright claims a few times now over the years with stuff that's in games. So like it can be freaking a tiny snippet of music that they put into it. Sometimes these people dispute with the people making the music. They then get funny and copyright strike everyone. Not copyright strike, copyright claim, which you can deal with. You don't get a strike for it. So that was my bad. I didn't mean that. But yeah, it's already kind of bad for that anyway. But then if you add this into it as well, you're looking at potentially literally not being able to make any content for some of us creators. I mean, some people will be safe, I guess, if you're cooking show that you're making your own recipes, maybe. I don't know. Whatever it's going to be is going to be tapped hard, though, isn't it, by a lot of people, if it did get that way, just trying to boost the subs. But anyway, all seriousness, pretty fucking scary. It could be like apocalypse situation for YouTube. So one of the things that I saw about this was that the CEO of YouTube, Susan Majinski, I think it is, she wrote a blog post about it and pretty much outlined most of what I've said, like their fears and their worries. And what they're saying is that they support Article 13, but that they think their approach is just completely unrealistic from the EU. Like, what they want out of YouTube is completely unrealistic. They can't deal with that. What they said to them is, like, people are often disputing over content claims and stuff like that. So if you went to that level, it would be just kind of impossible, like completely impossible for them to manage. So pretty much what they would have to do is then, well, just block it. That means all content would just be blocked that contains anything that I guess is copyrighted. So that could be a huge fucking dent. If you took out all the EU from those things on YouTube, it's pretty much going to kill the platform and kind of the principles of even doing it. And then it brings into line a whole bunch of other questions, like for other platforms, how it's going to fucking affect them. And just genuinely how fucking terrifying this could be for YouTube. So, it's I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I mean, from what they're saying, like, one of the other things they're saying is they would be forced to block millions of videos, old and new. So even your back catalogue is just going to get fucking hammed. So I don't know, man. I can't express enough just how fucking mad this is. I mean, it's got to the point where even on my homepage, when I log on my dashboard, it's asking me to read and help fight against it, literally on the YouTube. So it's like, obviously YouTube's really trying to get people serious about it. So fuck, I don't know what to say, man. If it goes down this way, it'll be pretty bad. Hopefully it doesn't, because I don't know, it'd be a very weird time. And what would happen for all the old videos? Like, if you get a copyright claim, does that mean that they're going to want money? Because that could be fucking expensive. I don't know. I'm speculating at the moment. And I would say that you need to take most of my points as an opinion, because obviously I don't know 100% what's going on. Like I've said several times throughout this, I don't think anyone really knows what the hell's going on. But I don't know, man. The weird thing is there's a few people like really supporting this, like was it Paul McCartney? And I think there was someone else as well, James Blunt, and a couple of other people have spoken out about this and said that they openly support it, sort of thing. And I've seen a few people floating around on the platform on YouTube talking about this as well and saying that they support it. So it's kind of weird. I think people are interpreting what the article's saying in their own way, and people are kind of reading into it how they want to read into it, rather than it being a very super clear meaning of what it is and what it isn't. And that just seems completely mad to me. So, for instance, this is their 3 main objectives that they've got out at the moment, right? You got more cross-border access for citizens to copyright protect content online. So that sounds kind of fair. Wider opportunities for copyright materials for education, research, culture, heritage, and disability through so-called exceptions. I don't even understand. Whatever. fair rules of the game for the better functioning copyright marketplace, which simulates creation of high quality content. I mean, what game? What? I feel so lost. Do you understand what all of this is actually saying? Like, honestly, I just feel so lost with this. Like, and it seems on the surface to make sense, but the thing is, it really fucking doesn't give you much information. Like, how far does this go? Have you still got like fair use of things? Is that it for anything? Like, if you're a reaction channel, gone. If you're even people like Leon Lush and stuff like that talk about other people's stuff, like, what, is that just gone? What about like You Laugh You Lose? Is that all of that sort of videos gone? Because, you know, all of these things have other people's videos in it. At the moment, it's like a fair use thing, as long as you're not ripping them off by just stealing the full video. As long as you're commentating and adding something to it, at the moment, you're allowed to do that. You know, it's like a fair use thing. So I don't know, man. It just seems completely crazy. I feel like I don't know enough about this subject to be able to generate a true opinion. I just felt like I wanted to talk about it because I just wanted to like share my thoughts that I've got on it, my worries as well. I'd love some feedback from you guys about it. If you understand more than what I do, and clearly there will be a lot more of you that will. But seriously, like, let me know. Write in, tell me what the hell is occurring, because I don't know whether I will still be safe as a gamer, YouTube gamer, or not. I mean, fine, if I have to, I'll change up the content to better suit copyright laws if I had to. But still, it's like, that would be a huge part of the channel gone. I mean, although I am a gaming channel on YouTube, there's a lot more to it. You know, we'd still do all like the comedy stuff and the unboxing, stupid product videos and various other stupid things that are funny and silly and fun. So I guess the channel would have to turn into that. But who knows? Yeah, seriously, I don't know. So that's pretty much going to do us for this podcast, guys. I had nothing planned until I started getting on board with this a few days ago about the Article 13, and that just then consumed me. Instead of planning out a full podcast, it just consumed me into this. But what I will say is the next podcast that we have coming up, we are going to have a guest, a good friend of mine, Mr. Tom. If you follow the channel and you know the series DD Down Under, it's a comedy skit thing with a guy called Mr. Tom, and he's going to be coming on to join me, and we'll be talking about whatever. I don't even know yet. It's going to be good though, because the bants between the two of us is normally pretty fun. So it should be a pretty lively podcast the next time round. One of the cool things that you guys could do, I'm just going to mention it one more time, is write in with subject matters or something you want to talk about. It could be something about, you know, what recording DD Down Under, say for instance, or one of the other things that we've done. So if you got any questions like that, let us know. We will be talking about some funny reasons about how we got to making some of the skits, where we got to that decision, and some other little bits of history about us, because we've been friends for a very, very long time. And then, yeah, like I say, other than that, we'll be bringing a few more subjects to the table, and hopefully some stuff that you guys send in. So, you know, send it in, bro. Send us a question, bro. I'm not begging. I know it does sound like it. Holy crap. So there you have it, guys. Another podcast under the belt. Yeah, a little short, but I feel like we got to the point with this one. It doesn't need to be much more said about it, other than the fact that I want your guys' knowledge imparted upon me. So make sure you hit me up with those things for the 50th time, guys. I feel like I've got the point across. Please, hit me up, bro. Nah, seriously, guys, thank you so much for joining me again today. Thank you, no matter what platform you found me on. Recommend me to a friend, you know? Hey, you might like this guy. He's called Rhys. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.